Hey there, Solar Bears fans. Jesse Liebman here, once again bringing you another virtual signing announcement as we are pleased to introduce forward Aaron Luchuk as the latest signing for the Orlando Solar Bears for the upcoming 2020-21 season. First of all, Aaron, how are you doing? Where's home for you these days, and how have you been spending these last several months since the 2019-20 season was cut short due to the coronavirus?
Yeah, doing good. I'm from Kingston, Ontario, so I have my house here that I've been staying in the summer, and obviously a little bit longer of a summer than I was expecting. But doing good. Built kind of a home gym here in my house, and been skating with a good group of guys here in Kingston, staying ready and staying sharp, and looking forward to getting down there.
Absolutely. And for you, your hockey background, you're preparing to enter your third season of pro hockey. Last year, you were actually part of, at one point, three different NHL organizations. If I'm not mistaken, you started the year with the Toronto Maple Leafs and kind of made your way to the Ottawa Senators, who you had previous experience with, and then ultimately ending the season with the Montreal Canadiens and playing with their affiliate, the Laval Rocket. For you, I mean, if you can recap last year, I imagine it was probably a whirlwind to say the least, especially around trade deadline time.
Yeah, for sure, a roller coaster. I probably would say I'm arguably one of the only people in history to be a part of all three of those organizations in a span of a week. But yeah, it was a roller coaster of a year. Yeah, I'd learned a lot of things, been around a lot of good people. Kind of COVID threw another wrench into that, made it even more of a crazy roller coaster. But yeah, had to feel like I had a pretty good year last year. It was a crazy, hectic year, but looking forward to building off of that and continuing this year with the Solar Bears.
Well, for much of last season, you were primarily with the Toronto Maple Leafs ECHL affiliate, the Newfoundland Growlers. You were around a point per game and took kind of a big step in terms of your offensive production last year. As you look to continue building on that, now with two seasons of pro hockey already under your belt, where have you grown the most in your overall game and in your overall development?
I think it take a little real step of learning how to be a pro hockey player. It's a big step from going from junior to the next level, and obviously a lot of older, bigger guys that you're not really used to playing with. And it took me a bit to kind of get used to that style of play and a little bit more of a hard style of game. And then yeah, I think last year was a big step in my production offensively, and I was put in a role where I was more able to kind of contribute on both ends of the ice, whether it be offensively and defensively. And feel like I did a really good job in what I did, and I'm looking forward to kind of taking another step this year, hopefully offensively and defensively, and try and help us win a lot of hot games.
Solar Bears fans will be pleased to know that you come with championship pedigree under your belt. During your junior career in the OHL, you won a Memorial Cup with the Windsor Spitfires, and then the following year, after serving as captain for Windsor, you were ultimately traded as an overager to the Barrie Colts and led the entire junior circuit in scoring with 115 points. Certainly, as we talked about, you've made some strides in your pro career, but to fans down here who are maybe a little unfamiliar with the OHL and what truly winning a Memorial Cup is as an achievement unto itself, I mean, what was that experience like for you?
It was surreal. We had a really good team. We had a really good group of guys that I still keep in touch with to this day. And we had a hard year. I think Memorial Cup's arguably the toughest trophy to win in sports. I mean, you got to win your league, and then win the championship of the Memorial Cup All League champions. We were lucky enough to host it that year in Windsor when we won it, so we automatically had a buy-in. But it was definitely a different path. We ended up getting beat out in the first round. Kind of got upset by the London Knights, and it was not the way you necessarily want to get in. But we ended up getting in, and we dismantled the other three teams. And no, it was definitely crazy. It's hard to put into words, but yeah, winning a championship is something that it's hard to explain in general. And for people and players that haven't won championships, it's hard to really grasp. And when you have won one, it makes you want to win another one so much badly. So no, I'm looking forward to getting playing, and the Kelly Cup is what we're striving for, and we're looking forward to trying to go after one.
Ultimately, as a free agent this summer, you probably had your pick of teams to choose from What were the discussions with Solar Bears head coach and GM Drake Barahowski like that ultimately led to you deciding to put pen to paper here in Orlando? And what do you expect your role to ultimately be?
Yeah, I mean, I've had good conversations with Drake and Jared. Told me a lot about it. I've had actually one of my best friends is Clint Windsor. So he had talked to me a lot about the ins and outs of the organization and told me how good of a well-run program it was. And after talking with Drake and Jared, it made my decision feel I was confident in it, and made me excited to kind of to choose Orlando and to come here. And as for a role, I don't not too clear, and I don't really care what the role is. Whatever they're kind of looking for me out of for this year, I'm more than happy to do it, and just excited to play hockey again.
Beyond when you're at the rink, what do you like to do in your downtime? Give the fans at home a kind of sense of the guy you are away from the rink.
I love sports, not just hockey. So I'm a big golf guy. Excited to play in a little bit of warm weather this year. I've never had that chance. Always been in playing in Canada where we get snow all winter. So no, if I'm not watching or playing hockey, I'm usually watching or playing basketball or something like that. And then yeah, just enjoying friends and family and stuff.
Well, hopefully we have a chance to get you out to an Orlando Magic game at some time once you're down here in Orlando. But in any case, Aaron Luchuk,
I love that. Yeah.
the latest signing for the 2020-21 season. Look forward to seeing you in training camp, and best of luck this coming season.
Thank you. Can't wait to get there.